So I've decided to actually film today, which I should have done earlier in reality, but hindsight is a beautiful thing. So it's about 6 p.m. now, which it doesn't look like it because we're in spring, and I'm loving how light it is so late, because sometimes I get inspiration a lot later in the day and I don't feel guilty about it when it's sunny. But I have had such a productive day. I have been doing today as my content day. Now, I used to do it, but I haven't done it for so long as a proper day, just because now it's my full-time job, managing my business, Creative Evolution, and I feel like that's taken me away from having a content day for my personal content, because I feel like in my head I could do it any day of the week and like little bits along the week, but then I don't do that, so it's not very helpful. But today is Sunday and it's bank holiday, and yes, okay, I shouldn't be working, but when it's my personal content I actually really enjoy doing it, and it feels more like a hobby than work. So because I was very creative too, I mean, this is a little bit TMI, but I like to try and sync with my cycle, and at the minute is when I'm the most creative and most productive, that I want to take advantage of that, because I know later in the month I'm not going to have that and I'm going to really struggle, and trying to force any creative flow in that is just non-existent. And there's things that I'll have to do anyway, so the things that I don't have to do at that point of time, I'm going to utilize the time now. So today I ended up editing 2 of my videos for YouTube, did the thumbnails for them and scheduled them to go. So one's gone live today. Obviously when you'll be seeing this, it will be a few would have gone live, but my first one has gone live. First one in a while. I was posting in January and in December, but I haven't posted really since, and now it's April, so I just wanted to get back in the flow of things, the consistency, which I preach all the time to my clients, but don't do it for myself. I have also set myself the challenge of consistently posting for social media for my personal accounts, so that's what I was doing today to just make sure that I'm in such a good place. I have those 2 videos are posted, so I'm going to be posting once a week, because I think that's going to align best with my workflow and everything that I'm going to be doing, that I think it will just be valuable for my time. I won't get stressed out or burnt out doing that, and I can always increase down the line, but I think setting that standard for myself is the best way to move forwards and stay consistent. I will be posting shorts though daily, which I'm excited for, because I feel like there's so much that I actually share already as short reels videos that I can actually be sharing on here, so that's what I'll be doing. And I also filmed 11 reels today, 11, for my business account, which is huge, because I feel like my business Instagram account always falls wayside. I've already scheduled stuff for LinkedIn, both my personal and my business one, but all my personal and my own business stuff always falls wayside because I focus on client work, which again, it's absolutely fine, that's part of the job, but I don't want it to. I want it to be consistently ticking along, and I thoroughly enjoy making that content, so I just need to dedicate the time to doing that, so hence today. Also, because I can't stop staring at it, this case that I got for my MacBook laptop, I like try to combine the 2, is so cute. It's like this checkered beige and cream, but it's like off center, it's like really textured, and then the back's just clear. I dropped my MacBook not that long ago when I was getting out the car, and I dropped it, and it was in a tote bag, actually this tote bag, which is not sturdy enough. This is actually from Portugal. It's from a pastel de nata place, which is very well known. Highly recommend going there. had amazing pastel Danesses, so I just had to get the tote just to remember it, and at the time it smelt like it too. I also got this carry case because I feel like I end up taking my laptop in my tote bag all the time because I have my handbag and it's just not big enough for my laptop, and it feels like I should have something. And this is so cute too, it's like beige and it's like waterproof material. Obviously I wouldn't want to go out too far in the rain, like I don't think it's that waterproof, but it feels waterproof. And then it's got this like soft inside, which just makes it really protected, so I'm feeling very like cute aesthetic. I am now going to edit the reels that I've just filmed. I filmed them in the office while the light was still good, and just schedule them to go out on my business page. I've also got a newsletter that I want to add to. Honestly, the cats are just being so dramatic. Jex has decided to go on the scratching post. Anyway, I have got a coffee. I know it's really late to be drinking coffee, and I can literally hear Leo trying to get into the sofa. If you have kittens, you know, if you've had a puppy, I mean, you'll know the rebellious stage where they try and destroy everything that you own that is of good quality. So the kittens have made holes in the bottom of the material of the sofa to get into it because they think it's fun and games, and it's like the first sofa we've bought. It's so sad. It's not even like a second-hand one, it's like brand new when we got it. We put tape underneath it. She licks the like stickiness off the tape because it's meant to be double-sided, so then when they stick to it they freak out. Like, I know it sounds awful, but freak out, and then they don't touch it again. It doesn't feel right, but she licks the adhesive off it, but we can't really stop her doing it. And then she tears off with her teeth the plastic to be able to get to the sofa bit. All fun and games, all fun and games when you're a cat mum. But it's fine, it's what it is. Anyway, back to the topic of the video. I'm going to do some editing of these reels and get them. I probably won't schedule them right now, I'll probably schedule them later, but at least having them edited and like sat there is a much better place to be in. Something I need to do as well, I vlogged so much of Vietnam and it was amazing, but some of the days I didn't vlog. I just filmed a lot of stuff and I didn't do like the voice recording bit of what I actually did on each of the days, so I need to record some of the voiceovers for that to be able to edit them, and so I'm going to do that now. I'm just going to use voice memos on my phone. I have got mics, but I can't be bothered to use them right now. I feel like I need to get in such a better habit of using my cameras and my mics. Like, that's why I got them, for high quality. I'm literally filming this on my phone, not even the back camera, literally the front camera, which is just, it's all the things you're not supposed to do. And like, part of me is like, at least I'm creating content, but the other part of me is like, come on Maya, come on, literally do the opposite for my clients. And I feel like this is where I treat my stuff so differently to I do my business and my client work, which again is fine, but also I should be treating it as if it's an extra client, and then I'll be doing the highest quality stuff. I just have the gear and I could be, but I'm not. So that's why I find it a little bit annoying, and it's only myself to blame, but here we are. So because this is kind of a random video, I know it's coming with me on my content day, but it's like, you didn't see me make the content. I am working to get better at capturing stuff, like showing, not telling the story. But it's gonna take me some time. It's gonna take me time to get there. And especially because when I'm in that flow, I'm like, let's not interrupt this, let's get things done. But something that I did want to mention is I like having a lot of background noise when I'm working. So I tend to put YouTube on, just because it's slightly like depending on what you watch, but a lot of my stuff is educational or vlog. And even the vlogs I feel like are people that are trying to better themselves. So I find sometimes with TV, depending on the task, I'll have TV in the background if I don't need to listen to it. Vlogs I can sometimes get a little bit sucked into. I tend to play music and I tend to play lo-fi stuff because I just think even things with lyrics throw me off, and that's just how I work. It's very rare that I work in silence. I have done it before where I've stopped working and it's been like 2-3 hours and I've realised I've been working in silence, and I clearly was just like hyper focused in what I was doing. But a lot of the time I tend to have something in the background, and I feel like a lot of that stemmed from film school. So I went to film school, Met Film School, and which is in London, and a lot of our homework, this is going to sound so weird to say, but it's part of film. A lot of our homework was to watch a film, and it would be specific films, and you would have to take notes and annotate and note what was going on, and certain storytelling elements, whether it's you commenting on the lighting, the acting. Same with TV. I remember we had to do it for Peaky Blinders, like we had to watch it, make comments about the lighting and the setup, and then replicate it in class by trying to create the same lighting effect that Peaky Blinders has. And so I'm just so used to working with something in the background. It's something that I struggled with as well when I was working in the office, when I was working in an agency that wasn't my own, was the fact that it would be silent and I just couldn't focus the same way. I really struggled. There were moments that I did like obviously focus, but other times just not very well. And you can't exactly just be like, let's throw on a movie in the background. So it's something that I have definitely enjoyed, being working at home, that I'm able to do that and it's actually benefiting my work. There's not someone over my shoulder going, why on earth are you watching something in the background when you're supposed to be working? And I'm like, I'm doing both. It's just how my brain works. So yeah, I had in the background I had Becca Watson on YouTube. I've recently discovered her and I'm now obsessed. I've watched so many of her videos just today. It's also what got me motivated to go film more content, because yeah, like she's just such a vibe and it's so authentic how she comes across, and not like a lot of the stuff that I see on Instagram. I feel like my Instagram is so different to my YouTube. My YouTube is very much like people more, I guess, the clean girl aesthetic, the whole vlogging, things to do to not just be productive but live your best life, and like being a cozy entrepreneur, and things to do to better your finances, like not following the path and the chasing the rush of Instagram and like comparing yourself. That's my YouTube. My Instagram is people getting engaged. I think this is just my area that I live in too, but people getting engaged, people married, people buying houses, and then the very like aesthetic, like it sounds this, I am trying to change it, but like skinny girl aesthetic, and I have nothing against that. Like anyone can do what they want to do, but for me that's quite hard to see when I'm on my own journey at the minute, being a mid-sized girly who's working to get healthier, not necessarily skinnier but healthier, and it's just a very different vibe. So I'm enjoying spending more time watching YouTube than scrolling, My TikTok, whole other game. Like, a lot of it's food and travel, and I'm obsessed with it, but also it's not helping my journey into getting healthier, because I'm like, ooh, I want to cook more food that looks like that, and it's not healthy food, but it looks so good. So yeah, at the minute I have edited a reel, which, if you're following me on Instagram or TikTok or both, you would have seen go out, which is me saying that I'm going to do this content challenge where I'm going to post consistently for 3 months, not 3 weeks. And I edited that, posted that, so now I'm going to edit the reels that I filmed for my business account. And those ones I actually like had scripts. So something that I need to place this down 1 second. I feel like with the lamp in the background, this is kind of cute. So something that I've been doing when filming now, well, I did today. I'm not going to say I've been doing for a while, because that's not true. Something that I did today when filming my business reels, because I have certain things that I want to say, and it's very different to my like rambly content that I do on my personal account, which is fine for my personal, because a lot of the time I'm just chatty, and that's just kind of who I am. It's the same when I'm on calls. I'm really just like a bubbly, chatty person, which also means when I've got a point to get across, I can be very succinct, but I need, like, especially when it's only a minute long or only 30 seconds, I need something that's going to be there. So what I had on my laptop is a script, just a very short script, and it did, because I wrote it before and wrote out these reels, and they're talking head reels, following the structure of hook, and then you go into the like actual video, which again is something that I do for my clients, but doing it for myself, filming myself, and it being content that is to talk about social media management and engage people, and sort of busting some of the myths and saying controversial things to like hook people in. I don't know, for those kind of reels, you have to like amp up your personality just a little bit, because it's so short, and what you're saying, if you stand there like this, like, it's just not fun or engaging. And I couldn't help but feel the inner cringe of myself. I've always been someone that feels a little bit awkward filming it out in the wild, because I'm not really one of those people, but I want to be, but I also don't want to be. I don't want to be like over the top. I don't want to be this whole persona. I want to be myself on the internet. Just filming it and documenting it more, because when I look back at the content I've created in the past, it's really nostalgic to see everything documented and see how much I've grown since I started YouTube many years ago and never been consistent, but we're changing that. Even me coming back on now, I know I posted in January, but that's actually a very short gap for me. Normally it's like a year, so I'm actually really happy about that anyway. But yeah, I had a script written out and I had to read it, and I kept forgetting each line. So a lot of the videos that I need to edit, I've done takes like 3-4 times saying basically the same thing, because some of them didn't feel natural, and I know it comes across in the video, so I'm just trying my best. Please have patience with me. If you do want to see some of the content that I did create, follow my business account, which is Creative Evolution Limited. I will link it below. I am trying to share some tips and tricks for social media management, especially for people that can't hire a social media manager or have an agency join, that they're still getting value from the content that's being shared. And also just like general people like me, if I actually used my expertise for my personal page, I would have grown by now, but I don't, and I don't treat it the same way at all. I don't treat it as like something that's a job or something that I am like pursuing in a profession. Like, I don't treat it professionally. I treat it very much like, oh, I don't know if I want to film today. So I'm trying to shift to that mindset, because that's all it is. It's literally just mindset. So then I can be creating content as well as doing my business stuff. So yeah, that's why I'm trying to create more content that's showing my face, not just boring carousels. They have their place and time, but yeah, I just want to break it up with more of me talking and like actually sharing some good information on there too. So yeah, but I'm feeling very cozy. I've got my like hoodie on. This is literally from Amazon, but it's the coziest thing, and it is warmer at the minute, but I feel like I want to be cozy, and it's like wearing a blanket. I've got the lights on, even though I could probably get away with not having them on, but I don't like that feeling when it's suddenly dark and it's getting a little bit darker, so I'm like, I'll put them on now so then I don't notice and I can just work away. So I've just recorded my 2 voiceovers for my Vietnam videos for the next 2 videos that I need to edit, and it was really fun looking back over what we did. Just 2 days as well, so 2 days out of 19. So I've got a lot of editing to do and a lot to cover, but it's so nostalgic. It's feeling like I'm reliving through each of those days, and it's so magical. I just recorded the voiceover for our last day in Hanoi and our first day in Halong Bay, and looking at the photos and the videos of Halong Bay is just so magical. I know I'm biased, but I'm gonna say subscribe to see that content because it's so exciting. It's something that I am so grateful that I went to the effort of capturing, and feel very, very grateful that I was able to do that trip. I'm gonna get emotional, but it was such an amazing trip to be able to do with Sam, and just something that we've been talking about for over a year. That was so amazing to actually be able to do it. I still can't believe we went, and almost for a month too. It was just such an incredible trip. Yeah, I'm gonna get emotional. I need to go edit. So it's now 7:30. I'm gonna wipe the tear from my eye and just get on and edit these work reels. I'm really hoping I don't end up crying from cringe when I rewatch these back, but yeah, that bit of content is so fun to create, being able to look back over travels. I love traveling and I really want to be able to do it more, so editing that content is really fun, and it helps me remember why I started as well. I've got so many of my trips, especially when I was solo traveling, documented on YouTube, and I'm so grateful for that, because when I watch them back, even though I cringe at myself for watching myself and film at the time, I remember feeling awkward filming, but I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I did. Anyway, let's go edit these reels. So I'm just on my way to pick Sam up from work. I literally need to leave now, so I'm trying to rush. I didn't get all my all my reels done. Sorry, I'm like multitasking, this is just silly to film at the same time. I didn't get all my reels done. I did the majority though, so that's good. CapCut has such a good feature that you can use the transcript to edit. So usually a lot of my stuff is like the last take is the best one, so it's a lot easier to just like do it based on the transcript rather than me having to rewatch and edit that way. So it's been a lot quicker than it normally would be. The cats are like have zoomies because they're hungry, and they get like dicks when they're hungry, which don't we all? But it's not their food time yet, so it's like 9 now, so they normally have food now. But because I'm going out, I'm gonna come, and it will literally take 5 minutes to get there and come back. So I'm just gonna feed them when I come back, so that then they can, because I have to watch them eat. Jax always tries to eat Leia's food. Leia was playing fetch with me earlier. Anyone that thinks that cats can't do it, but she got video proof of our cat going and getting the toy, dropping it, letting me throw it, and then bringing it back. So, you know, excuse the foil on the door. We're trying to get Jax to stop opening the door. So we're testing foil. Leia's being a bit dramatic on the stairs as I get ready to leave, but you know,